I have played Pokemon TCG Pocket early, and I'm going to answer every question that I have seen about this game, at least to the best of my ability, before it launches on October 30th, and it soft launches sometime, hopefully this month, in New Zealand, where we all live. I've seen people ask if there's any way to get their IRL cards into the game. Right now, this game is completely separate from the printed version of TCG or the TCG online client that they have in every way. I'm sure there will be some sort of cross promotion with this game at some point, and it all depends on how popular this is and how much they want to push it, of course. I guarantee at some point maybe you'll be around a Pokemon event and you'll be able to unlock a free card that way or something. But in general, no, this game is completely separate from the paper TCG that is printed. So if you got some of these, they're not coming into the game. I got some of these. I've heard people ask realistically when we're going to hear about the soft launch, and while they didn't say the soft launch was going to be this month in September, the impression that I got was that we would have a decent amount of time in the soft launch before the game actually launched. I would wager, a lot of people's speculation is late September, like around September 27th, 26th, something like that. I would wager that we will either hear news or have the soft launch sometime at that point. They wouldn't really confirm anything, but I feel like that's when we're going to hear more information about the soft launch, if we haven't already heard something by the time this video drops. I've heard people asking about them changing cards, buffing and nerfing things in the game, and I actually got to talk to the devs a little bit about this. This was something I was pretty curious about, if we would be seeing any changes to anything that they put into the game, because now that it's not a printed game and you wouldn't have to straight ban a card or something like that, it's actually able to be balance adjusted on the fly based on what's happening in the game. If something is completely overpowered or something is getting absolutely no play because of its power level, maybe if they gave it 10 extra HP or they changed the amount of energy a certain attack cost, we could see that rise in the meta. Their initial feeling about this was pretty apprehensive. They said they actually don't want to adjust things in the game. They want to feel as if the sets and expansions they release, the first one being Genetic Apex, is going to be just like a printed set. You will see no changes to it. However, they did get, after like kind of talking to them a little bit, they were acknowledging the fact that, look, if something absolutely needed to be changed, of course we could, but they're trying to approach it from a standpoint of, no, this is the expansion they have released, and that is what we are playing for the time being. People are asking if we think they will see a competitive or ranked mode. I can tell you that there was not a competitive or ranked mode in the game. There is a match-made system in the game, but it's unclear exactly how players are matched. I'm sure just like any game, there's some sort of loose MMR system that they would balance the players on, but at first, they do not have a ranked system for the game. I could tell that it's something they would definitely add if the interest was there, if the game pops off, which I think it absolutely will. Like, I think this game is going to be very, very big. I think we will see a ranked mode sooner than you would expect, and other people have wondered if we're going to see something like this at Worlds at some point. I know that they want to keep the printed version of TCG as their competitive version, but I can guarantee you, after playing this, after being around just people at this event and how easy it is to play with friends and all this, you will see people at every Pokemon event while they are waiting for their match or while they're hanging out. You will be battling in Pocket. You will be it's so easy to do. The matches are so fast. It's really fun. I think people will be using this a lot, especially at official Pokemon events, and I think because of that, you will see support for it, just like they did with Pokemon Go. Pokemon Unite, obviously they had the idea in mind early on, but Pokemon Go, they saw the interest and they added it. I think we will see that with Pocket, even though there is no official plan as of yet. Will there be weekly in-game tournaments is something I've seen people ask. I don't actually think we're going to see in-game tournaments that early, but there will be events that you play. So when I played the demo version of it, or not really the demo version, I'm guessing the version I played is exactly what the soft launch will be. There was a Lapras event that was happening. There was a Chansey event that was happening through Wonder Pick. There were other premium events that were happening. I think that you will have events that are going on inside the game where you'll be unlocking cards, like you could unlock Lapras and Chansey through these events. I think you will see things like that. As far as tournaments early on, I don't think so. There might be missions like battle with a friend or just queue up for a battle, and it could be against the computer or against another player. But no, I don't think you'll early on see tournaments for this unless there's a lot of interest. Just like anything, if people are clamoring for this and there are people like setting up their own tournaments online, there are grassroots things, then yes, you will see them at it. But right away, no. I've seen people ask, is there any difference between the 3 booster packs for Genetic Apex? Yes, there are. The Pikachu, Charizard, Mewtwo have different cards in them. Now, I don't believe every card is different. Like, I think a lot of the as you go through the sets, the 1, 2, 3, I think even 4-star diamonds, most all of those are found in all of the packs you will open. But for the full art kind of cards, like you will find the full art Pikachu in the Pikachu pack, the full art Mewtwo in the Mewtwo pack, etc. So if you are looking for certain specific cards, they will be in certain specific packs in that set. So you might be opening a lot of Pikachu early because there are a few cards you want in there, and then as you're going on, you're switching over to Charizard. I know when I first started playing at the event, I was opening all Charizard packs because I just wanted to see what would be in there. I was hoping to find other full art cards, and I was just continuing to look for other things that might be in some of these packs. There were a few things that surprised me that I'm not allowed to talk about yet, but yes, in general, each one of the packs has a few higher end cards that are different, although I do believe most of the basic cards are the same. People have talked about whether there will be a battle pass and premium mission. So there really wasn't any type of battle pass, but there is the premium whatever you would call it, subscription to the game, the premium pass to the game. So there isn't a specific battle pass on top of that was shown in the game yet. Maybe there could be at some point, but it looked like they had kind of 2 ways that they monetize this game. Through the premium pass, where you get premium pass missions that let you unlock certain premium rewards, deck packs, dice, play mats, and I think like different ways to like showcase your cards and things like that. And they also, I think they also had cards that are specific to the premium pass, but all of those cards are the same as cards you would get in Genetic Apex. They're just different art. So if like I don't remember what it was, maybe it was Mewtwo or something like that, but there would be a Mewtwo that was premium pass exclusive, and then it's still the same as EX Mewtwo or whatever you would be able to pull in the packs, but there was no battle pass per se. The 2 versions of currency were the premium pass and then the Pokegold. Pokegold is used to buy certain cosmetics and things in the game, and again, all the cosmetics are essentially just things that you would show off in either battle or ways to show off your cards. So you could have binders that were specific. You would have coins, deck packs, all of those things you could buy with premium currency. There are also ways to unlock a lot of that without premium currency. And then the big reason I think people would purchase Pokegold is to open packs. So the way monetization worked in this demo that we were given, and again, I believe it's what's going to be in the main game, could always change, of course, is if you want to open 10 packs, you're going to need a ton of the hourglasses that you get in the game for free through completing missions, or you will need to buy some Pokegold. Basically, if you buy in increments of 20 bucks, you are able to open a pack for $1. That's a kind of the exchange that you were getting. So if you put 20 bucks in the game, you are opening 20 packs. That on top of your hourglasses and things that you just unlock naturally. You're unlocking more than that and opening more packs than that, especially to start, but that's sort of the 2 currencies. I did not see any type of battle pass. It is a premium monthly subscription. Here in the US, that was $9.99. Some people had questions about the energy zone. You generate 1 energy per turn. If you have a multi-energy deck, it appeared, and I can't say this for sure, but it appeared that it just went back and forth between the 2 energy. So fire, electric, fire, electric. If you just had electric, it's just 1 electric energy per turn. You could put it on any Pokemon, whether that be your active Pokemon or something on your bench, and then that was it. You attack, and that's your turn. Of course, you would also have trainer cards. You could evolve your Pokemon and things like that, but your energy is just 1 energy generated every turn, not the first turn. So the player who goes first and plays their cards does not get energy on the first turn. People have asked, can we trade cards for different rarity? This is coming from actually a deleted thread on Reddit. Someone who went to this early access event ended up kind of like spilling the beans that they were going to this event, which you weren't allowed to do. So that's where I'm taking some of these questions from. Can we trade cards for different rarity? I would say, first off, trading was not available in the version we played. I think it will be extremely unlikely you'll be able to do that, and I will say, I would guess no. I do not think that's going to be possible. I think you will have to trade like for like. So if you want a 3 diamond, you've got to be trading a 3 diamond. If you want to trade a full art, they might not even let you trade some of these super rare cards. They might just let you trade certain things that, you know, people would want that are not like star cards. I don't know. Maybe they'll allow it. I kind of doubt they will, honestly. What is the per card limit in your deck? 20 cards. Your decks are made up of 20 cards. How many cards will be in a starting hand? I believe it was 5? I think you started with either 4 or 5 cards. I couldn't remember if you like started with 4 and then you drew, you know, but it's like 4 or 5 cards, and the matches go pretty fast, so you won't get through your entire deck unless you have like cards that let you like draw multiple cards and things like that. When you're starting, your decks are going to be really basic. It's just kind of full of Pokemon, and you don't have a lot of trainer cards or anything like that early. And then as you start to unlock more and more, you'll have more complex decks, for about as complex as a 20 card deck could be. And you know what, like a game like Marvel Snap has like what, a 10 card deck, so it can be pretty complex. Will there be online matchmaking or just battles against computers and friends? I've talked about this. There is online matchmaking. There are also battles against computers, and you can also battle friends. Yes. Is this game designed to be more of a competitive card battler or collection game? It looks like they really want to push the collection aspect, but there's no real reason to collect all the cards without the other systems they have in place. So I think their big thought early is that they don't want to hurt their business in paper cards, because Pokemon makes, I mean, they're literally printing money with their TCG. Like, I don't even play TCG, and I have a box, right? Like, they are printing money with this stuff. So I don't think they want to affect that. They want to start with you focusing on collecting, but it feels like, given how popular this game could, and I bet will be, we will quickly see a big emphasis on a competitive aspect. That's just my guess. They did not say that that was their intention, but it felt like the answer is kind of, if people want that, it's definitely coming. What happens with older cards when there's a new rotation? Good question. It seems like you will still be able to use all of the older cards in an old set, but of course a new collection comes out, and if you're looking to collect all of these cards, you're either going to need to be, well, you will definitely need to be spending money. I'll say, I don't think there's any way you will collect all of the cards in any of these sets before a new one comes out, and then you're also looking to collect those without spending money. I can tell you, just with how I know mobile games go, when there's a new set, there will be new missions. You'll unlock packs for it kind of quick, but of course, there'll be a little bit of the FOMO because you really want the full art Glaceon or whatever is in the next pack, right? So I think there will definitely be that, but if you're looking to collect all the cards, you are going to be spending money. And I'm guessing that like just like, not exactly like the trading card game now, but I'm guessing at some point some of the expansions like will start to fall off, so you won't be able to pull from genetic Apex anymore, you know, maybe in 6 months. Can we convert extra copies of cards into gold? No, you convert them into something, I might be getting the name slightly wrong here, but it's like called Shine Dust or something like that. And what you can do with that is you can use that to enhance your cards in cool ways, like give them cool effects, and different cards have different ways of enhancing. So like there was a grass type that had a specific sort of grass feature that you could see on it, and you know, etc. So they have different ways of turning extra copies into that Shine Dust. There was also a way to use some of your extras in a crafting system, kind of, where you could unlock cards that you were looking for, but it seemed like it would take a lot of cards to unlock some of the bigger ones. How often will there be new sets? They didn't say, but often enough to get people to spend money. I mean, that's just the truth. So however often that needs to be. I don't think it's like monthly or anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if every few months there was a new set and events all the time to keep you logging in. Will all sets have the same size cards per set? No, they won't. They said that they could, but they won't all have the same size cards per set. They also might not even have the same cards per pack in different sets. So that could change. Definitely the amount of cards will change. They might not have 3 different booster packs that you're picking between. There will be a lot of variation in the sets that are coming, depending on how the community reacts and how the community purchases things. Will older sets be available when a newer one is released? Yeah, I talked a little bit about this. Yes, but I'm guessing at some point, no, it will fall off. But just like any game like this, it will come back because people are very interested in getting a certain card from it, and then people will spend money on that. What will the packs cost? Roughly $1, depending on how much you spend in the game. Again, this is early access, so all this pricing could change, but roughly in the United States, if you spend 20 bucks, you're opening 20 packs. What is the roadmap for the next few months? Unknown, but you could tell they got things cooking. How many servers worldwide are available? I don't know, but I don't think it's going to be a big issue. This game isn't going to have a lot of latency issues, so I don't think you need to worry too much about that. And then people are asking, is this game pay to win? Here's what I got from my time with it. Of course, when you're first starting your collection, you don't have all the cards, so you might run into someone with a good deck and you don't have that yet, but pretty quickly you'll have a lot of the building blocks of making a strong deck. It didn't seem like, and also like the super rare cards, they're the same as cards that are less, you know what I'm saying? So like the full art Pikachu, that Pikachu isn't exclusively, that's not the only Pikachu that plays like that, right? There is another Pikachu that plays just like that, is way less rare and way easier to find. But just like any game like this, the more options you have available, and there could be a particular few cards that are just really good in that meta, you will be at an advantage by paying. There also isn't a ranked system that you're going to be grinding, so yes, in any game you can pay to unlock things, you are paying for an advantage, but I don't think there's really there's not a competitive enough aspect to be concerned with a pay, like, are people paying to win? They're gonna pay to have more cards for sure. They absolutely will. They have to. That is how they monetize the game. Will the game mirror the 4 sets per year release the physical game does? I don't think it will necessarily mirror that exactly. It's going to be completely based on how much people are paying, but I wouldn't be surprised if every few months you saw a new release. That seems about right. It actually might need to be a little faster in a digital environment, but that also depends on how players react to the grind of opening packs daily, right? Will sets as big as Genetic Apex be an outlier due to it being the first set of the game? I think the first, just like any game, especially when there's a lot of hype and a lot of energy early, I think the first few things will be very big. If the game continues to explode, it will continue in that direction. If the game sort of like does okay, I think it will be smaller and smaller releases. 5-minute battles or 10-minute, 5 for each player? 5 minutes total, and the battles are fast. You don't need 10 minutes. I don't know if there was an exact timer, really, because I played with a few people there. I match made, I played computer battles, I played auto battle, which is a function. You could just like set your deck up and be like, go. But they were fast. The games are fast. More questions about the paying and not paying. If you are paying for the premium pass, you're opening 50% more cards than you would otherwise because you have the extra pack a day, so obviously you're getting more cards there. And of course, if you're buying packs with Pokegold, you're opening considerably more than someone who is not paying. I think people will whale this game pretty hard, meaning spend a ton of money inside it. I also think people will enjoy it a ton without it, especially at first. They throw a lot of packs at you early and a lot of ways to sort of build decks. It feels like it's pretty friendly early on, but of course they want people paying. This is a game that is looking to make money. This is not a game looking to not make money. So there will be reasons to pay, especially if you want to collect tons of cards. Absolutely. Will you be broadcasting this in any capacity? If so, where? Oh, they were asking about the event. Well, you're getting information about it now. Enjoy. And whoever posted this, I mean, I wonder if they got in trouble. I'm sure they didn't. Will it be released in Belgium, Netherlands? From what I understand, there's an issue with the RNG of packs and like loot boxes and stuff like that. So this game probably won't be released in certain countries due to that. Will international cards be translated to your respective language? I love that. There are 9 different languages in the game, and you can actually, through the Wonder Pick system, which I talk about in another video about this, through the Wonder Pick system, you can actually get cards from different languages. So you can try to sort of like build an entire collection of cards with Japanese or something on them through the Wonder Pick system, which is pretty cool. Will they make pull rates known? I believe, if I was looking at it right in the game, and I could be getting this totally wrong, but I remember looking at a section where I swear it was talking about pull rates. And I can't remember exactly what it was, but you know, it was showing that a pull rate for something like that full art Pikachu was extremely low. Don't quote me on this. I might be getting this wrong, but I thought I saw something in the game that did say the pull rates. I might be getting that wrong though, so maybe not. Have they thought about people cheating and creating fake accounts to pull more and trade between their accounts? Yeah, I think this is one of the issues that they have with trading. So they didn't talk about this specifically, but I'm just gonna give my take on it, is I do think part of the issue they have with the trading system in the game is making it so you are not incentivized to create 4 accounts for this and just trade everything you want over to the main account. I don't know exactly how they deal with this, but I do feel like that this is the big issue with them creating a trading system. I know they will have it in the game. They've advertised it. They were talking about it. But I don't know exactly how it will work, and I think it's because of this. Can we upgrade cards like Marvel Snap? Kind of, yeah. There's the Shine Dust system that I talked about a little earlier, where you can make cards look cool in their own way. They don't do it exactly like Snap, where like they're, you know, upgrading through sort of levels of rarity that way. But yes, there will be a system like that, and of course, like anything, all of this could be tweaked and made better over time. But it is one of those things where it's like, all right, I got 5 of these Bellsprouts. I can use it to sort of, you know, make this card look cool. Or I think you grind those down into Shine Dust to use later on other cards that you're more excited about. Do you think the game will have a fan online market dealing with real money since the game has online trading? No, I don't. It's possible, but I really do think the reason trading is not there right away, as I mentioned a few times in this video, I think they want to make it so this does not happen. I think they don't want people to be able to put on eBay like, I have the full art Pikachu, will trade for whatever plus 100 bucks. I think they want to avoid that, and I think it's gonna be tricky. We'll see what they do. Could they make error cards? There are some people who like collecting error cards, so is there a chance they would make like a secret rarity of error types that are really rare? I think there will be rare cards that we don't get and I haven't talked about, and there's stuff I guarantee that's in the game or will be coming to the game that we haven't seen. I think they could do some really cool stuff like this. I think they could. So there you go. What did I miss? Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions. I'm going to be making a ton of videos for Pocket. I think stay tuned to the B tier here because I really feel like this is going to be the game for me. I love it. So I'll be making a ton of stuff on it. If there's something I missed, if you have any other questions, let me know and I'll try to respond to you either in the comments or make a video on it. Love you all. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. We did it.